October 18, 2018, Vancouver, British Columbia, Serengeti Resources Inc. Project highlights. K180, 0.80 grams per ton gold, 0.64% copper, 2.08 grams per ton silver, 2.15 grams per ton gold EQ, over 513.9 meters, from 33.00 to 546.9 meters. Including 0.68 grams per ton gold, 1.02% copper, 3.07 grams per ton silver, 2.82 grams per ton gold EQ, over 101.5 meters, from 33.00 to 134.5 meters and 1.71 grams per ton gold, 0.81% copper, 2.58 grams per ton silver, 3.42 grams per ton gold EQ, over 168.2 meters, from 257.00 to 425.2 meters. DDH-K180 drilled in a southerly direction from the potential open pit and encountered strongly quartz chalcopyrite veined monzonite over the portion of the hole lying within the proposed pit, as well as a substantial gold-copper rich interval deeper in the hole characterized by vein and disseminated chalcopyrite and bornite cut by numerous thin late mineral dikes which may be related to the gold enrichment of this interval. K180 intersected mineralization within current mining shapes over a vertical range of 475 meters and a horizontal extent at the midpoint of the intercept of approximately 200 meters. The current pit-constrained mineralized zone extends for a further 150 meters north of the top of the mineralized zone encountered in K180. K181, 0.46 grams per ton gold, 0.64% copper, 1.95 grams per ton silver, 1.81 grams per ton gold EQ, over 319.62 meters, from 215.98 to 535.5 meters. Including 1.03 grams per ton gold, 1.25% copper, 3.49 grams per ton silver, 3.66 grams per ton gold EQ, over 95.37 meters, from 215.98 to 311.4 meters. DDH-K181 drilled in an easterly direction through the post-mineral sedimentary rock basin that overlies a portion of the deposit before encountering a supergene-enriched interval containing native copper gradational to underlying chalcocite containing strong grades of copper and gold. The drill hole ended in mineralization, albeit lower grade than observed higher in the hole, and potentially extends the mineralized zone to depth and to the east. The hole intersected mineralization within the current underground mining shape over a vertical range of 290 meters and a horizontal extent of approximately 150 meters.
Last couple of months, about just under 7,500 meters of drilling. That's complete. That included a major geotechnical investigation program, rock mechanics program, hydrogeology, groundwater geology, all the things that you need to do to plan an open pit and a block cave underground mine, which is what we're doing now in the engineering test work, which is ongoing, metallurgical work just kicking off, and of course we continue doing baseline work and then maintain our relationship with the First Nations. We've had an agreement since the early days on this project, and earlier on this year signed a renewed agreement with the principal First Nation, who are the Takla First Nation, and in fact they are our largest supplier of labor for the project. So they've got a stake in the outcome and a stake in the success of this project. Well, this figure on the right shows that is the surface plan of the central zone on the property. The blue is the pit from the PEA study back in 2017, and the red block rectangle underneath it represents the block cave. Of course, we're going to reshape all of that now in this pre-feasibility study. We completed just 21 holes, about 17 of them were in this view here. And that is some of the drill core from that drilling on the left-hand side. We've got that core out at our booth. The deposit is unusual in that it has a supergene enriched, so a copper enriched zone. Native copper on the left there, a chalcocite, so a very copper rich mineral in the dark core, and then really nice primary copper gold grades on the right there. Metallurgical work just kicking off, and of course we continue doing baseline work and then maintain our relationship with the First Nations. We've had an agreement since the early days on this project, and earlier on this year signed a renewed agreement with the principal First Nation, who are the Takla First Nation, and in fact they are our largest supplier of labor for the project. So they've got a stake in the outcome and a stake in the success of this project. You've got management, insiders, and founders with a very significant stake in this company. We own just under 34% of the shares. Pre-PEA looks from both a capital, operating, and environmental standpoint, and we believe we're on track to develop or identify a really attractive development project. Of course, that's good. As we advance that project, that's one way we're going to create value. Really creating value on the exploration side of things is by drilling a new system, and we think we have a strong potential to do that on the Addy UDS property and on Croy Bloom. So that wraps up the Serengeti story. I'd be pleased to speak to you some more about that, look at some of that drill core and rocks that we've got out at the booth, and come out and meet and discuss things with Wendell and Quinn and I. Thanks very much. In terms of the management team, my background was, I came from Cameco Limited, Cameco Resources International, Tech Cameco on the exploration side. George DeCannon did as well. Lou Lorick is on the corporate finance, merchant banking side in Toronto. And Wendell Zerb, who is here with me in the booth, joined us as an advisor earlier on this year. And Quinn Harper is here as well, and was one of the key participants in the Kemess East and Kemess underground drill out. So BC is very much a mining jurisdiction, and I think the best demonstration of that is the fact that mine builders are now betting on British Columbia. And you've seen really over the last a couple of years, a big influx of companies like Hudbay, Antofagasta, Hochschild only recently, Goldcorp, Teck, of course, been here for a long time, and Centerra Gold. So mine builders and developers believe in the future of British Columbia. So mine builders and developers believe in the future of British Columbia. So our Quinica project, and I may just go back to that mine. The Quinica there is in north central BC, is the red star there in the Quesnel Trough, and our exploration portfolio lies to the north and south of that. So the Quinica project, it's not quite as well located as Ron's in Maine, but for north central BC, really good and getting better actually by the week, by the month. The area of our project central deposit will in fact be clear-cut logged next year, and that's leading up to that is a major upgrade on the road and bridge network into the project. It's road accessible. Nearest rail line is about 200 kilometers away, which is where we would envisage hauling concentrate to, and we're within with less than 100 kilometers from the Kemess power line, which would be our connection to the grid. Quinica, what does Quinica represent? Well, it provides exposure to project development. It's a mid-sized project. We would anticipate an annual production, and all these numbers come from a PEA that we completed in 2017. Over the first 8 years of the project, about 70,000 ounces of gold a year and 50 million pounds of copper. That's about 180,000 ounce gold equivalent. That's currently being advanced through completion of a pre-feasibility study, which will be done by the middle of next year, so less than a year from now, and an $8.2 million strategic investment by POSCO Daewoo, the big Korean trading company. We see potential to expand that resource, this potential for a resource upgrade, and we'll show you some Drill core, no drill results yet from this project, or drilling. We've just completed, actually, over the last couple of months, about just under 7,500 meters of drilling. That's complete. That included a major geotechnical investigation program, rock mechanics program, hydrogeology, groundwater geology, all the things that you need to do to plan an open pit and a block cave underground mine, which is what we're doing now in the engineering test work, which is ongoing.